These YouTube demons don't want me to go live. I'm streaming privately, but I was getting into something and then it cut my live off, and it allowed me to resume the choice or the option to resume my live. But when I clicked resume, it was saying unable to live stream. So yeah, they're trying to, you know how they do. Anyway, if you guys understand energy, you know that there's light and dark energies, and when they pick up on high vibrations, they try to fuck with it and infiltrate it. So they do it online a lot, often. Anywho, so the message, I'm gonna put that first half up, and I suggest that you guys please watch it because there was a reason why I cut off. It didn't want me to finish what I was saying, so please go back and watch that first half of this video. Um, but basically, when a person is not used to receiving unconditional love from a person, and unconditional love is giving without condition. I'm not giving my heart and love to you or doing acts of kindness so that I can get something out of you or I can win your heart over. I do it because I genuinely love you and I don't have any expectations. As a human, naturally, you want people to reciprocate your love back. You're deserving of reciprocation. That's why. But you don't do things so that other people will love you. And if you snap off at people and you say, well, because you don't want me or because you don't love me back, then fuck you, and that's not, it wasn't genuine then, if that's how it goes. And maybe this is something that you've experienced or your person has experienced as well. So experiencing unconditional love, it feels weird to whoever the person is that's maybe running, or I feel like for a lot of you that this reading is meant for, they sided with a third party, or they decided to stay in a toxic relationship, or got back with an ex, or sought out someone else that appeased their ego, basically. Or maybe you did this, um, being a part of this connection. It can go both ways. Maybe you both did at different points in your connection. That is the shadow energy. So with that being said, I wanted to ask Spirit if it was for me to share this vision that I had, because I wanted to do like a tapping into, I don't like calling them karmics and all that. I don't do that. You guys know how I feel about getting into all of that. But at this point, Spirit's guiding me to talk about that, because um, just like any just like any spiritual battle, karmic connections can also be connections that are not only here to break you, to help you learn your strength and to tap into yourself and to help you release toxic cycles out of your life, but they can also be detrimental connections. They can be connections sent by the enemy to hold you or your person back. So, not everybody's karmic. I'm gonna call it that because that's what you guys resonate with. But I'm gonna call them um, unequally yoked partners. A lot of times you'll have those connections for your experience, your life experience and things like that, to help you on deeper levels to tap into who you are, for you to know what is meant for you and what's not for you, what you deserve versus what you don't deserve, so that when the real deal comes in, you'll know the difference between a counterfeit and what's truly divine and what's truly meant for you. So they're used for that, and not all karmic partners are dark, and evil and manipulative. But those that are, they have spiritual gifts and spiritual powers just like you do. Dark energies have spiritual powers, obviously. So just like you as a divine feminine, divine masculine, you have spiritual gifts that you use in light and love. They use theirs to hurt and harm people. Um, so with that, if you're someone that calls yourself a divine feminine, divine masculine, you put yourself in a position of divine authority over your life, over your divine connection, just like your person has a role as well. So if there's something that you're picking up on in the spiritual sense, because your person is a part of you. So that's like saying somebody's messing with your people, messing with your family, messing with your kids, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father, your best friend, whatever. You're going to naturally want to fight. And sometimes, and you have to use your discernment with this, because if someone's in a karmic connection, they have to play that karmic energy out by themselves. You're not to intervene and try to cut cords and all that. But if you see some shit that you have the authority to help, your person with, whether that be through meditation, whether that be through prayer. And one of my sisters, she made a good point. She was like, karmics usually they do magic spells to bind a person to them and try to manipulate them and control them and keep them dumb and keep their mind foggy to where they're not able to see the truth. That's something very low vibrational and very demonic. That's some low vibrational shit. And that's the point that I'm trying to make with versus unconditional love versus conditional love. You should never want your person to be dumb and stupid out in these streets just so you can keep them. Like, that's some other shit. Keep them locked down, keep their spirit and their mind locked down so you can have control over them because you have a low self-esteem and you want what you want, even though you really in essence don't truly want that person and truly don't love them. You just want someone to control. That's not love. Versus, say, you're doing a magic work to protect your person from harm and evil energies and to protect their mind and to send them strength and courage and mental clarity and peace in the heart. That's different. You're not doing something to harm them against their free will. You're not trying to bind them to you. And you know that you don't have to do that because they're already connected to you. If it's your true divine mate, that spirit put together with for you, for them, and them for you, you don't got to do that. And sometimes we've done things in error and ignorance. I've done stuff to get exes back that I had no business. I didn't know any better at the time. I thought I could use law of attraction to get an ex back in the day and stuff like that. And it worked for a time, but thank God that it didn't work because that was not the connection for me. But otherwise, trying to bind somebody to you, that's not a good energy. And I feel like some of these masculine energies are very, very mainly, but feminine energies too could still deal with some type of karma. I wouldn't say karma, still dealing with some type of trauma and an experience that really hurt them very badly to where they're not able to fully accept this connection for what it was because of those dark energies. And like I've said before on my channel, that not all spells are things actively done outside of the self. It doesn't always got to be that you sit and, writing petitions or doing candles or cutting up chickens and all that. It doesn't always have to be that. Sometimes it's just what you say to a person, speaking some type of will over another person's life and trying to bind them with your word curses or sending out energy mentally, constantly thinking of negative things towards another person constantly can be a curse, whether someone's doing it in ignorance or they're doing it intentively. Okay, so Spirit's giving me the green light to tap into that, and I'm going to. But before we tap into this, I'm going to pull a spread on this so that you guys can get the first, what these cards were. Please watch the beginning. Like, don't skip over it, because a lot of people do that. They don't watch the beginning. They go to the second parts, and that's why I hate when they mess with my lives. Okay. What is the energy currently within this connection? Okay. So I do feel like there's an evil eye on the feminine energies. It could be like an ex or somebody, or just like someone that cannot have the feminine, that's like deceptive and jealous. And feminine, you might be like, if you're, if you, if you guys are having negative thoughts when it comes to love or this connection where you feel like you want to give up, or you're looking at things from a low perspective, like mentally feeling attacked or feeling drained when it comes to this connection, I feel like if you're a feminine and you dealt with a masculine energy that was a karmic partner, past, or an ex, or someone that may have wanted you, but maybe you rejected this person, you turned their advances down, or it's someone that has interest in you that maybe you don't know about, that doesn't want you to have anybody, or is jealous of anybody being around you. They're secretly jealous of you. This is the thing. it's not so much that they don't want you to be with someone because they want to be with you. I feel like it's more this person doesn't want you to be happy at all. They're jealous of you. And that's really sad to say, but it's like a masculine energy or a man that is jealous of a feminine or a woman. Because not all feminines or masculines are male or female, just based off of that, it's an energy. So, take what resonates. But I feel like that's the thing. For some feminines, your masculine energy is um, kind of suspicious about you, and it's causing them to have jealousy because they don't really know what's going on with this connection. But that's for some of you. But I feel like for majority of feminines that resonate with dealing with negative thoughts, saying negative things about yourself, it's because you got the evil eye on you from some type of um, hater ex boyfriend, maybe girlfriend, masculine. For some of you, it's a female that's a masculine, or someone that you rejected or you turned down their advances or something, and they're like, they're jealous of you. It's not all because they want to be with you. I feel it's more so jealousy of you. And it was, yeah, the timestamp when I said that. So that's confirmation. Um, some of you guys, your masculine energy is fighting for your in like fighting for you in the spirit realm, because there's two sevens here. So there's a lower vibrational energy here with the deception and envy card, which is like the seven of swords. And then you have seven stand your ground, which is the seven of wands. So your masculine could be protecting you or fighting for you in the spirit realm with the world card. The world card actually looks like, it's the universe in this deck. So it looks like a portal, looks like a dimension. So you could be suffering in silence mentally because of this evil eye, this third eye chakra. I feel like you guys know who it could be. This person's not powerful. There's a small effect. And especially if you really are feeling like this connection may not be manifesting, for some of you, you feel that way or you question it. There's any lingering type of doubt open, this energy is able to sneak in. But it's like pixie dust. It's like a gnat, like a bug, like a gnat, a mosquito. It's not big at all. It's not powerful. This person's not powerful. It's not that big of a deal, but it's affecting you slightly, not for long. Some of you guys, it's a water sign, someone that is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or they have water in their chart, or they could just be a little bitch. Boo. Yeah, they're a little bitch. For some of them, um, deception and envy. Let me see. I think, yeah. So two of swords, three of swords, four of swords is a Libra. 6, 5, 7 of swords is Aquarius. So it could be an Aquarius person. 5 of cups in reverse. Like, yeah. I feel like this is somebody you left behind or you broke up with. Queen of swords. Yeah, you cut this person out of your life. This person could have strained you of your energy in the past. Temperance, 2 of pentacles. So yeah, this is somebody that's not emotionally stable. They're not emotionally balanced. They have the 5 of cups, the king of cups, temperance, 2 of pentacles. This person could have been emotionally manipulative, verbally abusive towards you, this person, if this is a masculine energy that you dealt with in the past, or if you know who this masculine is, this is their energy. They are imbalanced. They could be a Scorpio or have Scorpio in their chart. This person is like, they're very immature, or you dealt with this person when you were young or something. This was a masculine energy at youth. For some of you, this is a feminine energy that is masculine in nature and could have spoke a lot of negative things over you. Cut cords with these people. And they're not hiding. This is the thing. Their masks are coming off. They can't hide it anymore. So you're able to see the people for who they are. And it's funny because not all karmics are romantic partners. Some of them are family members. Some of them are friends, so-called friends. Some of them could be like your boss or a colleague that's constantly on your ass, like being a dick towards you. But it's funny that I was expressing this desire to go to a place that I always wanted to go to since I was little. I've always felt connected to this place in the world. And I was telling somebody else, and we were talking about going. And this person was like, really speaking against it. Like, you sound like, if you take it as a joke, it could sound like they were joking, but she was serious. She was like, "You're not gonna go. Oh, you can't." If she was like trying to put blocks up, and I kept joking, and I wasn't joking though, but I was saying it in a joking manner as well to combat it. I was like, "I'm going because it's meant for me to go. I've been dreaming of this since I was a little girl. I'm going. I'm getting my stuff together so I can go. Blah blah blah. Like, you're not about to stop me. I don't know what you thought. That's how you have to be. That's how you have to be with some, you know, these truckers." Okay, so let's see. Didn't really pick too much on the connection itself. It's just showing me like what's going on around it, but I want to know what's going on within the connection. What's going on within this connection? Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Tower, the Sun, the World. And I'm sorry if you can't see all the cards. The World came out in the other cards. Temperance came out again. The Eight of Cups. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups and the King of Cups was at the top of the deck. So you have two counterparts here. I feel the Knight of Swords is like, I'm just say this because I feel like some masculines are being guided to come back because some of you guys, your masculine and you have not talked to each other maybe in a while, or you haven't seen each other in a while, or you recently just kind of things kind of just fell off recently for some of you. This could be someone that you're dating, but I feel like this is, for some, this is established connections, but take what applies. But what I'm getting is there's a masculine that is kind of avoiding some type of conversation that they're being guided to take. And it's like the Ace of Wands in reverse. It's like Spirit is saying that this person is not ready. They have not been given the green light to come towards you because they're running, if that makes sense. So it's like the Ace of Wands is a divine inspiration and opportunity. This person is like kind of avoiding this. They're running. And I know some of y'all probably like, I'm tired of hearing this scenario, but this is what I'm picking up with the Knight of Swords. It's like this person is running the other way, away from the Ace of Wands, which is the opportunity, a divine inspiration, divine spark to take some type of action or to create something. And I feel like it has something to do with communication. If you guys are in communication, it's something important that needs to be said, and this person's avoiding it. With the Tower card, you guys could have recently had a Tower moment, or you guys are both going through your own individual Tower moments where you guys are having to restructure yourself, your life. You guys may be having an ascension. Maybe you guys are having another mini awakening going on in your life. Like, you and your person may have come to some realizations about yourselves recently. Something major happened. And I feel like this is to help restore you, to help free your energy from any type of false energies in your past, false structures, foundations, beliefs, what have you. Like, this is to awaken you guys on a new level and to bring you to this place where you are like a child, where you are a new being, a new creature. Moving forward with that inner childlike faith and trust in the divine. Because this person is like trying to find that liberation through the ego. You notice how the horse is running. The horse is almost like, God damn, slow down. Like, I can't keep up with you. Like, you trying to like overwork my ass. Like, the horse is in motion, but you see how this horse is here. He's calm. You know, there's a peaceful energy that comes from the sun. And I feel like this person is going to run themselves ragged. With the World card, the World card in this instance, I feel like, is this a saying that a karmic cycle is coming to a close. This person is running from the fact that because this person whether you're the male, the masculine or the feminine energy, someone, I feel like it's a masculine that's running, but some of you, your feminine could come across as masculine. Maybe the feminines have decided to run away from this connection for the time being, but someone realizes that this connection does mean the world to them. It is something very significant and very important. And there's also a point of giving birth to yourself, because the world card to me is like the portal, the divine portal, like that feminine energy, the uterus. The sun is the birth that's taking place coming out of this energy. So you guys are giving birth to yourselves. Then you have the temperance card. The temperance card, I feel like this is someone trying to find emotional balance within all of these changes and shifts that they're going through. There's some type of enlightenment or some type of awakening that's taking place. Then you have the Eight of Cups here. So the Eight of Cups is that um, some of you have withdrawn your emotional energy from your person. If you are a masculine energy, you may feel like your feminine has withdrawn their energy with the Eight of Cups. Some of you guys may feel like it's kind of hard. I feel like it's a masculine energy that feels like it's very hard to walk away. But they're trying to find peace within themselves or find happiness and fulfillment away from this connection. But it's coming from a place of sadness. The Queen of Cups could be feeling like this masculine has left and walked away. No more giving to this connection. Someone may feel like they need to withdraw from giving. And I feel like the Two of Swords is a feminine that is very guarded right now, or in two minds about this connection. You might have questions. What should I do about this connection? Where do we stand? Like, there's different questions that you guys all have because your situations are unique, but you're going back and forth in your mind about something. And with the Page of Cups being here, I feel like there is an offer that is coming. There's still love that's here. But again, remember I was saying, go back and watch part one, because I spoke on it briefly in this one, but the other one that got cut off, I was saying that um, someone feels like what they have may not be enough due to self-worth and self-value, or feeling like they have to come hard and extravagant because of false love and conditional love, feeling like I can only be loved if I do this, or if I perform, or if I appease and don't mess this up. So it's like someone feels, and I feel like the Queen of Cups is someone that does have very big heart, a very big heart, does have high standards when it comes to love, but has a big heart in return. And sometimes will settle for less than what they're deserving of. And I feel like this person with the Page of Cups could be the masculine or feminine, whoever feels like they want to offer something, but not feeling like it's big enough or grand enough for this Queen of Cups, feeling like they're small, or their offer or their love is not enough. And that's sad. And I feel like that deals with an inner child issue. You got a lot of children references too. So, all right, I'm gonna share the vision I had. I wrote it down Friday because I wanna read on this, and I feel like Spirit kind of gave me the green light to do that with this message so far. The vision, it made my heart heavy when I tapped into it. So I feel like this is metaphoric, but Spirit showed me this vision, so I'm going to break it down, what I was writing and what I was picking up. So I had a vision of two people making love. It was the feminine and masculine, obviously. They were facing each other. So I'm going to try to paint a visual of what I saw, but they were facing each other and they were sitting up. So you know how, like, people, do the do or whatever, but it's more of like an intimate love making. Like, the masculine say he's sitting up, and the feminine's on top of him, and she's like, they're chest to chest, right? So the feminine was on top holding the masculine, being very gentle and very nurturing with him while they were kissing and, making love and all of that. But it was more so like they were embracing each other more than they were moving, doing the acts, doing the do. And then I seen feminine energy kissing the masculine on his forehead. It was a lot of gentleness and nurturing. And the masculine got triggered by the affection. I could feel the heaviness at that point. Like, the masculine started to tense up. and got triggered by all of the affection once. And it was a part where the feminine wraps her arms around the masculine, and her head is now on his shoulder, so he can't see her face anymore. But she was still like kissing on him and caressing him and all that, but he got triggered by not being able to see her face. And I was wondering what that was about, and I was getting the feeling that he was wondering what she was trying to do. Like, I can't see your face now, what are you up to? And obviously that's kind of weird. Like, why would you be triggered by that? And then I wrote down, he's triggered by not being able to see her face and wondering if she's trying to bind him through sex. This masculine has dealt with some witches that have actually done this. He's gifted and aware and may practice magic himself. He dealt with a very dark karmic who was seductive, manipulative, a succubus energy, also triggered him in the heart in regards to his first love or first time giving his heart away. So that's what I wrote down. So basically, I feel like this masculine is not used to sexual intimacy like that. Like, sexual intimacy as well as emotional intimacy being involved. Due to like a past situation and someone using sex to bind them and to trap them and get their mind by feeling like this is something deep, this is something real. I can't really describe the energy that I was feeling, but it was like an uneasiness, and all of a sudden my chest felt really heavy. So that could be a metaphor, not an actual act of sex, but the essence and energy of being receptive to love and feeling like, okay, this person is just going to hurt me again. I can't trust you as long as I can't see you. So they might have issues with trusting you when you guys are not together, or trusting that. I feel like this person was dealing with someone that projected themselves to be a divine feminine. And maybe for some of you, you flip and reverse this to the feminine feeling these heaviness and feeling triggered by intimacy because of a past relationship with a masculine that cloaked themselves or projected themselves to be a divine masculine energy, but really they were just a counterfeit. So I'm going to tap into this energy that I was picking up on. This karmic energy that I'm picking up on. Five of Cups, Eight of Cups, and Two of Swords. So this could have been the person that they walked away from you, or chose or cited someone else over you, or went back to someone from their past, or went in a new direction with someone else that ended up being a projection of a feminine. They weren't really that. This could be that person, I feel like. For some of you, this person is trying to walk away from this karmic connection and cut cords with this person. And that's why they resulted to doing some type of binding spells or work, because they didn't want this person to leave. Yep. I feel like you're aware and you know. Yep, you know who this person is. This individual is very aware of like how to utilize energy and magic. They dabble in dark things. They don't use their powers, like I said in the beginning. Some people use their powers to bring good things and light and stuff like that for themselves and others use their magical powers to bring pain to others, to manipulate and control and do things that are, just simply evil, simply wicked behavior. Yeah. I feel like you tried to shed light on this. If you're a feminine, you've tried to shed light on this situation in some type of way. But like I said, sometimes you can't impede, you can't bombard someone else's free will. Sometimes people have to learn it for themselves. I do feel like there is a masculine energy too that's like a energy vampire that has sucked feminine energy dry. These people are sent to these karmic energies that I'm picking up on, because I don't feel like everybody's karmic uh, connections or partners are always evil, but these people right here, they're being sent by darker energies to fuck with things, to fuck with this connection, and they wear their masks. They will sacrifice. They have no dignity. They have no integrity. Like they get down in dirt. Like they're low down and dirty people. These aren't people that make mistakes and be like, oh fuck, I fucked up, I won't do that again, or I didn't know that this would be something that would hurt this person. No, they know better. And what's sick about them is that they hide it, and they try to hide it. They try to hide it very well. There's an angel or there's an ancestor. You can't see the cards because the lighting is a little too dark. But there's an ancestor that is protecting. If it's a masculine energy that's being spiritually attacked by a karmic connection, or if it's a feminine, it doesn't matter. Someone's being protected. Okay. No, I'm trying to. Okay. There's a someone's grandmother, ancestor, aunt, maybe some of you, your mother. Um, it's a very ancient energy. It's like an angelic presence that is trying to protect this connection. And I do feel like feminines have tried to shed light on this. You guys might resonate with butterflies, like those white ones, those paper butterflies. Some of you owls. You guys might deal with the animal kingdom a lot, like you guys resonate with animals. These could be your totems, or these could be your signs that this reading resonates, this is meant for you. But you guys are worried about your masculine. If you're feminine, you guys are worried. Some of you guys feel like this person chose this person over you, or they're going to choose them over you, and that's the trick. That's the lie. Because you know better than that. If if this is a true divine connection and you're not out here hurting people and you're not trying to manipulate this person's free will, um, you're not trying to hurt this person. Some of you may have stepped out of the way and be like, fuck it, I'm not getting involved with this, which I don't feel like you necessarily should. If anything, if you are getting involved, like I said, send love to this person, send them strength, pray that they get their mind intact and they see past this shit. But and it may also just not only be love partners, it could be other people around them that do not serve and that do not have their best intentions at heart. Ace of Wands. Yeah, someone is trying to shed light for another person on this. And I also feel, yeah, feminine energy, you ain't playing that. Sometimes sometimes I'll have like visions of me like fucking people up, and that might be me fucking people up in the spirit realm. Like, how dare you try to fuck with me or fuck with my people, whatever. I'll have visions of me like whooping people's asses. Like, yeah. So I don't know if you guys are like that, but this is like spiritually whooping ass. Like, some of you guys may be actually called to do that. Some of us have, I feel like we all have the authority um to cast out energies, cast out confusion, cast out fear, to cast out any type of evil activities around you, in spirit of confusion. You have the divine authority to do that. We all do. But some of us may not be in a position to cast out demons and and spell work. Sometimes it might be that we got to take it to our spiritual team, our ancestors and spirit guides. And that's another thing I want to speak about too, from experience, that not all of our ancestors are for us. I fought some ancestors before in the spirit realm, and not all of them have your best interest. Some of them are part of the plan to keep the stupid shit going because they feed off of that. Um, I had to I had to set some shit straight with the spirit, an ancestor of mine, a passed over loved one of mine that was the root cause of all of the bullshit in my family. So not all of them, like I tell people all the time, be careful of calling on your ancestors, because not all of them are in alignment with you. Not all of them have the best intentions for you, nor your family or your generation, because of those spirits that are in them or on them or that were on them before they left may not have your best interest. So you got to call on the ones that have your best intention. There's a karmic feminine energy that their eyes change colors. Like one eye might be this color and one eye might be another color, or it switches colors. Something sneaky about the eyes. I just got that. Some of y'all see, y'all know. Um, yes, you guys know. And I feel like this person, they try to project like they're innocent. Like that's another dangerous thing about this person. They put on a facade that they're innocent and that they're a good person, but if you really pay attention to their character, they do a lot of bad, then they do good. Or this person is not of light. They're not a light being. They don't have light within them. And this is weird too, because I had a dream that I was sitting at a table with these women, and these are like, um, the modern, like the it girl types, like the as they call the Instagram model types. I was sitting at the table with them, and there was one in particular that I had to cast a demon out of her because she was laughing at me, she was talking shit, and I was saying like, and it was a candle, no, it was a light bulb, and I said, because I tapped into her heart chakra. I tapped into her heart space, and I saw a light bulb in her heart chakra. And I said, "You're not of light." Because if you were of light, I would be able to see a sun in your heart chakra. I would be able to see some type of natural light. But there was a light bulb in her heart chakra. So I was like, "You're not of the light." And she started laughing at me. She was cackling, but it was a demon on her. It wasn't like normal laughing. Like it was a spirit that was laughing, and I kept speaking, and she was laughing and laughing and cackling. I feel like this person projects to be light, but in their heart, if you really look in their heart and what they're about, they're not of the light. People might even be hypnotized by their beauty or their handsomeness. If it's a male karmic energy, people only look at what they project and what they see. Like this man, he's dressed in nice clothing, but he just killed this woman. He just bit her in her neck. He's a vampire. He's an energy vampire. He's not of the light. He has no light in his heart. This feminine energy, this karmic energy, is very beautiful on the surface, but she's very dark in energy. She's not a light being. She doesn't have light within her. Someone might have an infinity symbol tattooed on them. Could be a karmic that has a infinity. I don't feel like, I don't know, this is what I'm seeing. An infinity symbol on them. They're trying to project themselves to be light. Some of them mock your energy. And my sister broke that whole thing down, like what that is and all how that works on an energetic level. It's crazy, but I feel like they're trying to mock the feminine, because this energy up here looks like the feminine with the Three of Wands. She looks sad. They're not the same woman, but they look similar. Maybe you and this person look similar if you're a feminine, and the whatever. I hate using the word karmic partner. It's so corny because it's like, oh my God, but I have to use it for the sake of understanding this. But the Ace of Wands Could be like someone wants to shed light on this situation, or someone used like a red candle or something to try to bind another person. Um, some type of candle magic, candle spells. Yes, the Queen of Cups. This is an angelic energy that's around. There's an angelic force of energy that is around trying to shed light on this. Some feminine energies may come to this masculine in their dream space. They may come as angels, or they may come as like some type of butterfly, owl, maybe for some a cat. And you have the moon card here. I feel like for some of you that resonate with this feminine energies, you might be guided to do some type of spiritual work. And like I said, you guys got to be careful with this unless you're truly called to, or however you're divinely led to do this, to because you don't want to step into somebody else's karma, like I said before. But if you are called, the spirit's giving you that permission to do that, to do this work, to cast out these energies off of your person, or to help them step into their power, but not for you to intervene into that. You know what I mean? Like, to help them. You're here to help, not step in. That's different. Step to help versus step in. So if you feel led to do that, I feel some of you guys are going to be guided into this. Guided meaning you feel pulled, you feel a conviction to do it. It's not something that you're trying to force yourself to do. You don't have to figure it out. You're going to be led to it. You're going to be guided through it if it's meant for you. And you're going to have victory over this, because this energy is not, it's some feminines or masculine energies in this, they might have some power, but it's not strong. It's not strong. And my sister said, love casts out all things. That energy of light, that love, that heart chakra energy cancels out all this other energy. It sheds light on the bullshit. So let's see how, if who's ever being affected by this karmic connection, whether it's the feminine dealing with the karmic masculine energy, or masculine dealing with a karmic feminine, whatever. Let's tap in and see how this is affecting, how are they dealing with this on the other side. I don't do this often. Y'all know I don't like reading this type of shit. Cringes my bones. Like, I just be like, whatever. It has to play out how it's going to play out. Okay, so you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Cups. I feel like for the masculine energies dealing with karmic connections, they are focusing on some type of work or writing. It's almost like some type of work situation. I feel like more focus on that. Something with writing, because this man in the card is writing. He's focused on something. I feel like it's with work, perhaps. The Eight of Wands could also be this masculine is focusing on, I feel like it's with communication too. Clarify this card. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's something with money involved. Something that is for career and finances. There's money on the ground. This masculine could be a writer, or could be something about animals involved. Maybe they work with animals. This masculine is also good at manifesting, or they're into magic. He has a top hat, so I don't know. That's what I'm getting from that. Then you have the Three of Cups here. So I feel like this masculine is not even really indulging in these connections over here. Could be more than one romantic karmic situation. For some of you, these karmics work with this masculine. Seven of Cups. It's not focused on these feminine energies like that. I feel like um, this masculine is more so focused on one cup. They see and they know. And it's still like these feminine energies here. They're wearing a mask at this party. So they feel like, they kind of feel like they're getting away with the deception, but they're really not. Some of these karmic connections are not romantic solely. Like I said, these could be people in their environment that they are not romantically involved with that are also um, mean no good to this masculine. But yeah, they know. Look at this. This is a big ass bird. This is a hawk or an eagle. I think it's a hawk. With the King of Pentacles, they know better. Um, they may share their finances with these people, and even with that, like, they're keeping that to themselves. Some type of business plans or something, or they live together. There's some type of knowing what's going on. I don't feel like this is a masculine energy that's stupid, that they don't really see what's going on. They may not know every fine detail, but they know something's off, or at the very least they know that this person is not who they've been projecting themselves to be, or these people are not who they project themselves to be. They know, and they're focused on a one cup. So they're above the shadow and the darkness. You have the King of Swords. Like, I believe this card, because I read this card in the deck, the description of the King of Swords, he's a detective trying to solve a murder. So this is someone that's on to something that's off. So they're not stupid, and they may be quiet about what they're observing and what they're seeing. You have two kings here. Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups. This masculine energy emotionally has walked away from this connection with these people. They're being guided by some type of spiritual being, and I feel like it's a feminine energy that's guiding them, telling them to follow their heart. I get Pisces energy because the Page of Cups, it has a fish in it, and I think the constellation, it looks like a fish, but it actually looks like two stick figures holding hands. So there's a feminine ancestor or guide I'm picking up on that's guiding this masculine in this connection towards their divine counterpart, rather, and guiding them through the darkness and helping them to detach their heart from something that doesn't serve them. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Yep, look. See these angels whispering in the heavens while this woman is resting and sleeping. So you might have ancestors and spirit guides coming to you in your dreams, speaking to you about this situation or about this person. But the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, look up what beetles mean spiritually. That might mean something to you. But there's a blessing in what seems to be a conflict or what seems to be an annoyance on your journey. Yeah. There's a blessing in disguise with all of this. So I don't really feel like this masculine is like a damsel in distress and don't know what's going on. They may not be able to see everything, but the thing that might be calling your attention is the fact that this person is suspicious of you as well. Or just, if not suspicious of you, then kind of like not fully trusting their heart within this connection because of their wounding. I feel like that's the effect that this karmic connection has on this person, is them not allowing themselves to even be receptive to true love because of what happened in the past. And if this is you, feminine or masculine, take whoever, I feel either one that's dealing with karmic energies are still affected by that, and it could be the both of you. You guys got to break that lie that was placed on you, that you can't trust and you can't love because of what this person has done. It was some type of lie. Maybe it was a word curse that was spoken over you or your person, that they'll never be lovable and no one else will ever love them, and they're difficult to love, and um, I'm the only one that's good for you. I'm the best one that you've ever had, and these other women, they ain't that. And like, it was malicious how it was said. It was to like break them by saying it. And it could also be a change in behavior. Like, this person could have been really bitchy, really self-centered and manipulative and controlling. It's all about me. And then once they got a whiff of this person pulling away, whether they know about you or they don't, they sense some type of other energy around, and don't think that people's higher selves um, don't know that there's somebody else lurking around. Because especially if you're a woman, you got woman's intuition. You're going to know when your person, your man, even when I wasn't fully tapping into my spiritual gifts, I knew when I was dealing with someone, I knew when they were cheating on me. I just knew it. They didn't, it was an energy, you could tell, and also a difference in behavior. So I feel like this person was feeling someone else's energy around, or feeling this person pulling away. And that's when the game was on. Like, oh, okay, let me play like I'm Miss Sweetheart or I'm Mr. Sweetheart, and I'm gonna play my role, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. But how do people show you who they really are? So the difference between someone standing in their power and choosing themselves when they're in a bad situation is they'll just simply walk away and focus on themselves and heal themselves. But when it's done in a malicious way, manipulative way, they'll try to do things to get under your skin, or they'll say things um, when they were just acting sweet to you. They'll say something later on that hurts your feelings. That's how you know. Like, they'll call you names, or they'll say, "Oh, you're stupid. I should have never got with you. Oh, I regret you," or anything like, "You ain't good enough. Oh, you're not that great anyway. I don't even know what I saw in you." Like, they'll start to demonize you. That's how you know. Because in divine connections, you'll never do that to each other. You'll get on each other's nerves, but you'll never. And even in any kind of connection where you really truly love people, you'll never do that to them. Say that you love them, and then the next breath, when they don't do something you want them to do, this person obviously, okay, basically this person breaks character. They got to break their character because it's a facade. They can't keep it up, right? So they break out of their character. They're this loving woman, this loving man 1 minute, and then the next minute they switch up on you. They can't keep up the facade. They break character. But it starts to become a little confusing, I feel like, because they're taking notes too. Don't think, and this is another thing, I'm like all over the place. I'm channeling, and I'm also reading the cards, and like spirit speaking to me in different ways. Another thing that I can't stand is everybody's an empress, everybody's a goddess now, or everybody's a divine feminine now. Like, without really realizing what that is. And not to say that once we get to a place where we honor ourselves, all of a sudden we don't have any more work to do. It's not to say that, but it's like people that haven't even fully tapped into themselves, or even started to even do self work on themselves. They're just playing a role, they're playing a part. People think it's just putting on some crystals or burning some sage, um, whatever, like false levels of spirituality without actually doing the spiritual work. They put those titles and labels on themselves and start calling themselves goddesses and all kind of shit. And it's a facade. Like, they study, they mimic things. They're not really tapping into those things. They're mimicking. And I had a ex do this to me. They started like trying to buy spiritual stuff from me. "Oh, you still selling sage and all," like trying to get my attention, but not have worked on their character, not really, you know what I mean? Like, it's a facade, it's fake, it's not, they're not really doing it for the spirituality and the spiritual work. They're doing it because it's a trend. They're doing it to look appealing, or to, oh, look, I'm different, because like it's fake, you know what I mean? Or, oh, I'm gonna start wearing my hair in an afro, for instance, for some people, or I'm gonna start wearing dreads, or I'm gonna start doing this, or like it's just fake shit. Spirituality is not an image per se. It's not a costume that you put on and you just become that. Like, there's levels to it. It really is levels. And I feel like these people, they project themselves to be that, and they break character. They can't keep up the facade. They can't keep up the facade. And for some of them, they're studying you, whether you're the masculine or feminine, the whoever the karmic connection is, they're mimicking you. If they know about you, they're copying your energy. They're trying to, oh, let me do this, let me say things like this, or let me, but they can't keep the act up. You can't, because it's not in them. You can't project. You can't project to be light. You can't project to be in your divinity when you're really not. You could really fucking care less about God, or you could care less about connecting with spirit or with people on a. You could care less about all of that. So you can't embody something that you're not. That's not within you. That you don't fully appreciate, but you're doing it to get ahead. It's like. I'm gonna use this as an example because this is like real shit. When I used to work in customer service, I used to have to put on this fake customer service voice because I really talk mellow and like chill like this. It's not in me like, oh my God. But I had to do that while I was on the phone, and it just felt so fake. And I used to hate doing it. That's why I used to like get off of work and be like, oh, thank God, I can get off of work now. I ain't got to do this shit. And when I talk to people on the phone, I can tell when they're putting on their customer service voice. We all know what a customer service voice is, whether we talk to a customer service agent or we were one. We know the difference. It's like that. Like, it gets tiring. Like, ugh, I can't do this anymore because it's not my normal voice. So why am I talking like this? So this with this person, this male or female, they cannot keep it up for long. It's fake. They can't do it. It's like that boyfriend you go back to that's like, baby, I'm sorry. I'm getting my shit together. I'm going to do better. And then he plays a little role for a while. You're like, oh, he changed. Oh, girl, he changed. He doing this, he doing that. The sex is good for a couple of weeks, and then he's back to the same shit, if not worse. It's like that. It's like that. They're breaking character, and it's like starting to see. But if you're not paying attention, like, with you gotta be careful with the witch pussy, because the witch pussy can either heal you or it could keep you locked down in a mental state where you can't get up, just like being dickmatized. Whether you get you some divine dick that replenishes you, have you glowing, have you smiling, have you fucking doing cartwheels that you don't know how to do cartwheels, but you know how to do cartwheels, versus a toxic dick that has you trapped, locked down, feeling like shit, tired, hating yourself, looking in the mirror, hating what you see, pussy stanking. I'm just being real, not knowing why you're itching down there. What's going on with me? Like, you could tell the difference between divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So sometimes you get locked down. So you gotta be careful with especially with, because pussy really is a weapon. You gotta be careful how you use that weapon, that portal of energy. What kind of portal are you going into? Are you going into a portal of light and healing and love, butterflies and rainbows? Are you going into a portal where it's nothing but bats, fucking vampires, and all kind of shit? Like, you gotta be careful what you tap into, and what kind of fucking magic wand you fucking using, where you letting it go into you at, because even those energies are bad too. So you just have to be careful, as I always say, with people who you lay down with. And unfortunately, for some feminines or masculines that's dealing with karmic partners, they use sex to keep a person mentally trapped and locked down, spiritually trapped. And that's so evil and so demonic that that's their MO. But that's how you know that this is not a game. It's not just for me, from what spirit's using me as a vessel for. This is not me bringing this stuff up because it's trendy, or to demonize and make you feel good about yourself and say, oh, this bitch is not as good as you, you're the divine feminine, and you're so much better, and you're so glorious. It's not for me to do that. It's not that. This is spiritual warfare, as my sister says. You see that some of them are wicked and do some very dark stuff. Their whole thing is to keep you two apart, which is like, why would you want to do that? Like, you got your own shit going on. Why would you want to do that to another person? And you go a little deeper into it, and it must be something either operating in you. You're either very wounded, you're a very wounded person, you're a miserable person, and or you got some type of spirit on you or in you, that's using you to stop something. And then you go deeper into that and you say, if that's the case, then this connection must be something very spiritually powerful, not just from Disney shit so you guys can post pictures together on social media and couple goal pictures and have babies and all that. This is something much more significant that the divine wants to use to glorify divine love, and to glorify the divine energy, source energy, and to help other people and to heal people with this connection, or use your gifts by coming together, whatever energy you guys bring together. And sometimes your energy is enough to shift shit. Doesn't always got to be that you're out here doing humanitarian work. Sometimes you living your life, or you being you, or you two coming together, your energy sends off a frequency into the universe that is healing to other people. And dark energies don't want that. And I say this all the time. People get all caught up in, oh, this is so negative, and but if you believe in angels and spirit guides and ascended masters and all fairies and all that, then you better believe that there is some dark shit too. It's a given. It is what it is. But you're not weak. That's why I be telling people, because when I link up with my spiritual sisters, and I know I'm not the only one, because some people might feel like, oh, divine connections are not about, spiritual warfare and battles. And even if you're on the spectrum of the Disneyland side of it, where you know of it is a divine mission, and you just think the divine mission is solely just you guys coming together to create a new earth in this hippie new age bullshit that we've been given. um when people hijack spirituality, they try to put their own little spin on it rather than keeping it 100 and keeping it real. The shadow work part got exempt out of the spiritual community. It got exempt, and it became this fairy dust land. And people, it's dangerous to do that, because you're not able to see the enemy around you when you just think that everybody on the playground is going to, play fair on the playground. You got to be careful and pay attention that there are some bullies on the field. So you got to know what you're up against, who's on your team and who's not. And if you're not on my team, game time. Let's get it. This is not for that. This is not just for you guys to just sit up here and say, oh, I'm a twin flame, I'm a soulmate, and I'm so special. Everybody else is not special like we are, and we're just coming on here just to have babies and have indigo children and rainbow children, and that's the end of it. Look at the world we're in. Like, spirit needs us to be on our shit. Spirit needs us to be on our shit so that we can get this energy out of here. And people working in that energy, they don't want to go. They want to bring everybody down with them. You're here to shift that energy, and to know how to shift that, you got to know what you're up against. And a lot of people don't even know that their spiritual union is being attacked because they're so focused on the physical, the superficial shit. When are we getting back in union? What you want to be in union for? Are you ready for are you ready for what else you got to do when you come into that? Y'all got to be a strong unit together to come together, baby. Can't just come together in your woundedness and in your fear and in your jealousy and in worrying and worrying about this woman and that woman or this man, or, oh, when are we going to get together? what good will y'all be together if you're in that energy? And I'm just keeping 100, and I don't care if nobody likes it or not. It's real. Even if you don't proclaim to be in a spiritual connection or union with somebody, in any union or connection that you want to be solid and healthy, you're going to have people that are going to be in your ear. You're going to have people that are jealous, that bitter bitches or hater men that just want you to be a player all of your life and sleep with as many women as they can because they ain't about shit. They don't have a true concept of what unity or love, true love is. Um, what makes you think that when you're called by spirit to come together in a divine union, you're called to some type of purpose and mission individually on your own? You came here with your own special abilities and gifts as well, just as your person does and your soul tribe. What makes you think that y'all not going to be spiritually attacked too, if not worse than the average couple that people hate over? What makes you think that? Because there's spiritual warfare. This 3D reality is an insect bit of what the whole universe is, what you can't see. Love always wins, as they say. That light energy is more powerful than anything in the universe. But don't make no mistake that there's other entities that want to live too, that are against the light, that want to live, and they're going to fight too. This is not a game. Like, I'm not a pity patter cookie cutter reader. I'm not even a reader. I'm a divine messenger. I don't come on here. I'm not playing no games when I read cards. I'm not playing games. I'm not here to tell people what they want to hear for a season or a time, what makes them feel good. I'm here to heal people. Yes, I'm here to enlighten. And you don't have to take it as gospel truth. But if you plug into somebody's energy, you have to be discerning what readings you watch, because this may not be for everybody. But when you tap into a reader's energy and frequency and what their message is, you got to make sure that spirit led you to that. And that's something that you need to hear, and ask spirit, what within the message am I meant to hear? And what do I do with this message? Not just sit down to get a feel good reaction of what you want to hear and what you want to know, and then go on about your life and do nothing with that message. And I try to be careful too, because being put in this position that spirit put me in to be a reader on YouTube, that it comes with a lot of responsibility. So I always have to make sure that I'm hearing spirit, and I'm only saying what spirit wants me to say, what the divine wants me to say. The divine creator that loves us and has our best intentions at heart wants me to deliver to us, because I'm not just speaking to you guys. Spirit speaks to me too through these messages. So when I come on here, it's a responsibility, and I have to be very careful about what I'm saying and what I'm delivering. But I always say, please use your own discernment, because you can hear this message differently from the next person, and maybe spirit is speaking to you in certain ways, certain codes, versus how someone else may hear it, their codes and messages that they hear through the reading. So always come in when you watch these readings with your discernment. And if you get personal readings as well, it's a little more personal to you. So you kind of know more that, okay, this is for me. But when you watch general readings, you gotta, even when you get personal readings, use your discernment, because not everybody is supposed to speak over your life or tap into your situation. Not everybody's supposed to do that. And some people don't have the ability to tap in to people's energy when they get readings. It happens to me all the time. Like, sometimes I'll get a reading and it'll surfacely resonate, and they can't fully tap into my energy. Sometimes that's protection, just so some of you guys know, or that's not the person that's spiritually resonating with you wholeheartedly to speak into your situation. But when I read, it is not for subscriptions. It is not for y'all to like me or to get likes. When I do this, this is my, I don't even want to say this is my job, but this is my spiritual purpose. And I don't have to use the cards. Cards are like illustrations for me. They make the message more colorful, more clear, the pictures, the numbers, because spirit speaks to me in different ways. But this is a part of one of my purposes in life. I don't feel like this is my only purpose, but this is a part of them. So when I do this, I take this shit seriously and I take it literal. I'll joke around, I'll be playful, and I'll say some stuff that's off the wall, but I really mean it. So when I say things, I'm thinking on a level of spiritual mission and what spirit wants me to do, not so I can appease people and for you to come on here and just hear, yeah, this person's in love with you, he doesn't know what to do with himself, he can't live without you, oh, this karmic is so evil and you're so Miss America. Like, no, no, that's not me. I'm not gonna knock anybody else's lane, but that's not me, and I have to be okay with the fact that I'm not like everybody else. At times I'll beat myself up and be like, Spirit, why do you even have me on here? Like, nobody wants to hear this shit, and I'm gonna get backlash, but you're gonna get that anyway. Even the most nice readings get, people always find a flaw in what the nice reader is saying, or the nice message, or the light and fluffy message. Somebody will still find fault in that. So I have to get over that hump because it's not about me. So with that being said, this isn't just about somebody that wants to take your man or take your woman. This is about energies that don't want the end goal, the end result, or the energy of two people coming together. That divine essence and energy, that those two powerful energies coming together, they don't want that. What that means, because masculine and feminine energy is more than just two people. It's an essence, it's a spirit. In the spirit realm, masculine and feminine energy represents two different things, and without the other, there's an imbalance. It's like the yin and the yang. You can't have one without the other. You can't have light without dark, and vice versa. There is no me without you, right? So it's not just about a physical thing. It's a spiritual signature in the universe. And these energies don't want that balance in the universe. They want everything to be inverted and imbalanced. They don't want that. They don't want what the divine created to be as a whole. So when you watch these shows on TV with people fighting over this man, that one, ghetto love relationships, break up to makeups, and oh, I got a baby mama on the side and she didn't know about these Love and Hip Hops and all these other stupid shows that they have on TV, know that it's spiritual stuff. It ain't just something for you to watch. It's programming you. When you watch TV, they're telling you a vision, telling you what to think, what to watch, what to buy, what to eat, programming your mind. Don't think that these shows are on TV just for your own entertainment. It's to break up divine feminine, divine masculine energy in the universe. And they're going to do it with the physical vessels, because we're a physical vessel in this 3D reality, but we're energy at the end of the day. So our energy is very powerful. That's the game. All right, let me pull some light and fluffy cards. Spirit ain't playing with me. Spirit ain't playing with nobody. Like, Spirit be getting in my ass too. Oof, I was spiraling the other night, like really, really bad. Telling myself, I want to die. I don't have a purpose. I'm stupid. Nobody really cares about me. All kind of stupid shit I was telling myself for a good 30 minutes. I let that energy sit on me, just feeding off of me, just having a fucking feast. Like, this is Thanksgiving to my ass. It was just having a good time sitting on me, eating me alive while I was sitting in that dark ass cloud of energy, telling myself some dark shit that someone that loves himself would never fucking say. Never say. Feeding and feasting. So I see why Spirit, like, you guys got to understand this. Like, when you get in those places where you want to give up and you start telling yourself you're nothing, why? If you were nothing, why would that energy come upon you? You didn't come here just to be here. You didn't come here just to sit up in here in this universe and just eat cakes and pies and watch love and hip hop all day and drink beer and have sex all day. Whatever people do, spend money, buy $1,000 iPhones, and you didn't come here for that. That is not why you're here. Yes, our physical body needs fleshly pleasures every now and then, but if you weren't nothing, you wouldn't be getting attacked. And that's what my sister says all the time. So if, say, for instance, I let that energy win the other night. I think this was Sunday night. Say I let that energy get the best of me and I went ahead and killed myself like it was telling me to do. It was telling me to kill myself. And this is not the first time that that spirit is come in and tell me, you're not good enough. You might as well just leave here. Your work here is done. Trying to convince me to leave here. If I would have gave into that, I wouldn't be able to deliver the message that I'm delivering now. I wouldn't be able to help a friend that needed to cut cords with something in her life, and I got attacked shortly after that. But I wouldn't be able to help anybody, not even help myself, if I gave into that energy. But sometimes spirit does allow us to go into those shadow energies because it helps us find our light, and it helps us to see that that energy is not of me. Now I know that this is something that I'm fighting against, and now I know that it's something I need to eliminate out of my life. Y'all not the only ones that go through things. Even as a reader, like, and I feel like sometimes people give readers too much, kind of put readers on this pedestal of thinking that we do no wrong or we can't, and if we do, we're judged for it, we're bad people. But everybody is a work in progress. As long as you're working, you're actually working in progress or working to progress. That's different. But I don't want y'all to think that I don't want y'all to just not do your spiritual work and not see the battles that are at hand. If you weren't special, or if you weren't good enough, if you weren't anything, you wouldn't be hearing those whispering spirits telling you otherwise. There's something that you're here to do. Whoever I'm speaking to, there's a reason why. It's a reason why you feel called to do certain things. It's the reason why you love the way that you do. There's a reason why you want to know about yourself. You want to know about divine connections. It's not so much so that you can find love and live happily ever after, but you're just rediscovering parts of yourself that you didn't appreciate and love about yourself. You're learning what unconditional love is. You're aligning. If you didn't get on this path, you wouldn't find the things about yourself. Probably not. I can't say that for sure, but I know that every path leads us to where we're supposed to be. But if you didn't tap into this path, you wouldn't be at the level that you are. Some people feel like they're not growing because they may feel like, oh, well, I'm still in this position and this hasn't happened, but you're not paying attention to your inner growth. So I say all that to say that there is a purpose for why you're here. And when you get those attacks on you, sometimes it's internal attacks. A lot of times our mind gets attacked more than people attack us outside of us. But we also have people that try to speak ill will against us and tell us that we're not good enough and try to limit us, whether they know that they're doing this on purpose or not. If that wasn't so, if those energies were not using those people to speak against your life, you wouldn't be able to see what it is that you're up against, and you wouldn't be able to recognize who you are, or to tap into further of who you are and what your power is and what your gifts are. And sometimes when you're in your dark, it makes you seek out the deep parts of yourself, or it helps you to seek out spirit, God, source, whatever you feel comfortable with. But when I'm in those dark spaces the most, it makes me seek my creator out even more. Okay. Can you keep a secret? I'm struggling with my shadows, trauma, inner child, etc. A player, so beware. Do you forgive me? And I'm more aware than you think. So I feel like this is masculine energy. Masculine energy may have some secrets that they're dealing with when it comes to their inner child. They're dealing with their shadows, or they are currently doing shadow work right now when it comes to trauma from their childhood, and they may have kept a lot of these things to themselves. They may want to tell you about this, or their higher self may give you some type of insight about this, what they're dealing with, what their traumas are. Some of them that may have been players or something. Um, I'm a player, or a player, so beware. So some masculines may feel like they had to be that way because of the trauma that they experienced as a child. It caused them to operate as a player, or someone that was cold-hearted, or um, kind of vowed against to never be in a serious relationship, or to be monogamous to one person, that type of thing. And that's not everybody's calling in life. So I'm not saying that monogamy is right or wrong, but this person obviously, if they are your divine one, then they know that deep down inside, they have that desire already in them. It's not something that you're making this person do. That's not what I'm saying. They naturally have the desire to come together with their one, because that's what spirit aligned in them. That desire is planted in them by their higher self, their divine self, divine spirit. So I feel like this person was acting against that because of their childhood traumas. This person's asking, do you forgive them? So maybe this person, like I said, I feel like for a lot of you in this group, your divine counterpart, your one or whatever, sided with another person, a karmic partner instead, or went towards an ex that was karmic, or sought someone new out that was karmic. And they're asking, do you forgive them? They're more aware than what you realize. So there's some things that you might think that they don't see, or they don't understand, or they don't get. And it's going to vary because you guys are all different. Your person, your guys are not the same, or your woman, whoever masculine energy is, they're not all the same. So they're more aware than what you think they are. Let's see, what does feminine want to say? Okay, so feminine, you may have removed your energy. I do feel like some of you guys have removed your energy. You said, feminine energy says, don't get it twisted, or don't get it confused. I love you and I always will. So regardless of what it seems right now, you love this person and you always will love this person. But I feel like you're choosing to work on yourself. For some of you, we both have to work on ourselves. So you realize that you both have work to do on yourselves, or that you've been working, or you see that this person's been working on themselves as well, but you feel like if you separated yourself from this connection, it was to better yourself, to work on yourself, not for you to necessarily move on. For some of you, maybe you felt like you needed to let go so that you could get back to yourself, whether that you thought it was permanent or temporarily. I feel like that's for majority feminine energies. I fantasize and I daydream about you. So feminine energy does still have masculine on their mind. They still are fantasizing and daydreaming about this connection. Maybe not as often as they once did, but they still have love. They still have desire for this connection. They still dream of things of coming together. And I feel like feminine energy, you guys are having dreams as well about your masculine. All right, I'm almost done. I promise y'all. Because y'all know I can go. Physical touch, miracles and blessings. So you have physical touch, which is number 47. That's 11. So I feel like you guys will have that opportunity to physically come into contact with each other if you have not in a long time, or if you've never come into contact with your one. You guys will be able to. And I feel like for those of you that had the opportunity or have recently, but you're missing and yearning your person, they yearn you too. And I feel like this person wants to feel your touch. I feel like both parties want to feel each other's touch. I feel like the feminine wants to feel that gentle, nurturing, because I feel like this is a masculine that is gentle, that is loving, that is tender. They're not harsh. And I had made a post. It's on my community post. It's on my Instagram. I had posted this meme. Was it a meme? What was it? I don't remember. But I was basically saying that I've never experienced a gentle, loving man really in my life, where he was really an active listener. He really was paid attention to what I was saying, how I felt. He wasn't being harsh and rough with me and cutting me off, cussing me out, calling me all kinds of names. Like, I've never had that. So, and I didn't really know how to receive that type of energy, because people, not just romantically, but people would, do nice things for me or say nice things. People would hug me. Some people would say, I love you, like as friends, like a sister or whatever. And that never, it always made me feel uncomfortable. Like, it always made me feel weird. Like, why? Like, why would you, because it was a feeling of I was undeserving of it, because as a child, if we didn't do certain things, we would get yelled at for it. Hardly ever did we, be told that we were, like, congratulated for certain things, or told that we were loved. So I see that in my dynamic in my childhood. I never had that in my life. So some feminines or masculines may crave to have that gentleness and this, feel like your masculine or feminine has that nurturing, loving, welcoming energy. Sometimes people don't know how to be receptive. They know how to give it, but they don't know how to receive that type of energy. So I feel like with the physical touch card, you guys both want to physically touch each other, and it's not. I don't feel like it's sexual per se. Doesn't mean that you guys don't have sexual desires, but I feel like it's because your energies, you guys have been away for so long, or maybe even if it's for a week, you miss each other. You guys want to be in each other's energy field. You guys want to merge on all levels. I feel like then you have miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So start to see the miracles and everything that's taking place in this journey, even the challenges within it, because there's miracles and blessings that Spirit is like showing you, whether it's through a synchronicity that you see, whether it's through a crazy dream you have, or um, start to see the miracle and the blessings within all of those things, because they all play a part of your growth and your ascension. Then you have number 13 on this card, which is like the death card: death, rebirth, transformation. All of these miracles are for your highest good and to bless you. Everything is a gift. So you can look at something as a gift or a curse, but it's all in how you perceive it. That one thing that could have been sent to destroy you could be the very thing that makes you strong, right? So that's the blessing in it. The beautiful things that you see and you experience, they probably made your day. You could have been having a really bad day, but then when you got a message from Spirit, or someone delivered a beautiful message to you, it changed it changed your energy, it changed your mind, it changed your whole mood. So just look at everything in the light of, this is a gift, it's a blessing, or how can I see this as a gift and a blessing? Because it's not always easy. But I feel like for some of you, the miracle and the blessing is going to be that you guys are going to have some type of physical interaction soon with your person. But take what resonates. Okay. 144 may resonate with you. 144 may also resonate with some of you. That could be your sign. or your confirmation. So I hope this resonated. This was a long ass reading. I don't know what we're going to title this one, but much love as always.